What's going on, people? Welcome back to Casey Details. We're back with another car. This is an Audi S3 8P. This is a three-door version. I'm gonna take you around it. She is wet right now. It's because she's got tar remover on her, as you can see. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. All right, let's have a quick look around. So you might see some dots and so on and so forth. It's a combination of contamination and bird poo and so on that's, etched onto its way onto the paint. We're here with this one. This is a regular customer, as you can see by my air freshener right there. We're here with this one. We're going to be doing a multi-stage plus wet sanding on this car, including a trim detail. So the front half, the grille that you saw earlier, that's all going to get polished and coated. We've taken off the number plates front and back. We will be taking the badges off as well. We're just waiting for the tire remover to do its job. Big up Sambo tires, always 100%. And that's basically it. You might be able to tell this bad boy does have some spaces on it. Nothing too aggressive, of course. She is running. Now this beautiful beast is running 325 brake horsepower. All right. Now we're dumbing that one down. She's gone on dyno and she's made more than that, but on average 325. Stock these 8Ps come at the 260 mark. Audi's notorious with underestimating itself. So I feel like that's a big jump for a stage one. She will be going stage 2, maybe even 3. I've been talking to the client. He wants to go straight to stage 3 with it. This is his little baby. Nothing, there's no plans for changing or anything like that. And yeah, you might be able to see the state of the background there. Please forgive me. This is the most important part. That's just storage and so on and so forth. You might be able to see that bike there. That bike I'm gonna refurb, restore. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I might keep it, I might give it away, I don't know. But let's go back to the normal stuff that we're doing. Right, that's basically it. Let's start taking off this tar. So we are going to take this off. Sambo, if you're watching this, I'm going to need a new one, man. And just look at the state of that clay bar. That's with 2 layers of tar remover applied and taken off. And it still had this much tar left over. Thank God for the clay bar. Quality clay bar it is. It is a 3M clay bar. Bit pricey, actually 3 times more pricey than the average clay bar on the market. But 4 times better. Right, time for prep. So what we've done is full decontamination. You might be able to see these watermarks. That's from the clay bar stage. Now, time for prep. Panel wipe, whatever you want to call it, IPA wipe down. Essentially, you're just preparing the car to be polished. Now I'm going to go all the way around and see you guys in a bit. Hello again, people. So we are done with the wipe down. Sorry about the shaky phone footage. I don't actually have a camera yet. So this is the current state of the paint. As you can see, swirls, scratches. We've got some deep scratches like this one right here. I mean, you don't even need to put a light on it. You can see a lot of marring even without the inspection light. We've got a very nasty ding there, and as we go along, it gets a little bit worse and so on and so forth. So this is the current state of the car. I mean, have a look on top of here as well. Originally, the client was after a single stage, but good thing is he's into cars. He knows about cars and he knows what he wants. And then when he realized the state of the paint, he opted in for multi-stage plus wet sanding or spot wet sanding. And this is what it's looking like. Yeah, sorry, I'm a little bit out of breath. We've taken off the rear Audi badge. So that's actually glue that was left over. That's coming off in a second. Next thing to take off is the S3 badge. I just want to talk about, as you guys can see, I've turned off the lights. What that means, it makes it easier for me to see the scratches. How that works is because if you've got multiple light sources, by the way, I'm a bit sweaty, sorry, I was just running around trying to get the prep done. If you've got multiple sources of light hitting the same area, what that does is it helps to hide the scratch, meaning because there's so many lights going into the scratch, it becomes essentially, you're blind to it. There's no shadow effect. The way light refracts off, so you've got too much refraction, and you don't get to see it. There's too many zigzag of the lights before it comes back to you, and the way basic physics in terms of light physics. Long story short, too much fraction, you don't get to see all the swirls and little scratches. And I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to turn the lights on and I'm going to show you the exact bonnet that you just saw now. And here you are. So you can still see the swirls and scratches, but not to the same degree, which is very important. If there's no lights, it's much better. That's basically the gist of it. And I'll explain that in another video. I'll also explain different scratches, deep scratches, hairline scratches, medium scratches, what's the best combination for scratches, and so on and so forth. I'm gonna start the debadging process on the back and see you guys in a bit. So coming back to the badging area, so this was where the number plate was. I put these little pads. These are from thingy, women's makeup stuff. All you got to do, spray your glue and tar remover, and this was really thick. You can see that is thick. Spray it on there. Oh my god, this is getting worse and worse. Yeah, spray it on there. Put the pad on there. Let it do its thing. Now we've got this left. Get the old pad. Come on. It's stuck on my finger. There you go. Using the actual pad itself. Just gently agitate. Can leave that on there. Just come to this side. Oh, it's gone. So it's actually falling off. Oh no, it's not. Here it is. I was looking at the camera, I wasn't looking at the... There you go, that's that one. It's as simple as that. We don't need to agitate with anything. Nothing at all. Simple as that. I'm gonna help get my assistant, aka the owner of the car, to take that off for me. Much appreciated, my man. That's it. Time for the Audi sign. So now we go into the paint correction. Here's a simple 50-50 on both sides. So I wanted to make sure that I had the compound, medium compound, and polish combination up to par. In some areas I actually did 4 stages instead of just 3, excluding wet sanding. And going on to wet sanding, you can see I picked out the lightest and the deepest scratches on the car. So this was a light scratch on the car, wet sanded it. And the next one is the deepest scratch, which actually I had dented the car just a little bit. The deepest scratch on the car, and wet sanded that as well, just to see both spectrums of what is capable on this car and what we can do. And they both came out very well, as you can see. Yes, we are back. We're doing some spot wet sanding, door dinks, you know, the nasty stuff. As you guys can see, we've got another one down here. Maybe it was key on the camera, just right there, and where my finger is. There we go. First things first, let's sort this one out. See what we can do. Now, at points, this has gone through the paint, but we're going to try our best to do something about it. So, just showing the progress that we are making. This, I've done some of the hood. I haven't touched the fender yet, but you see this door? Fender. The rear quarter panel, whatever you want to call it. This I have done. You can see the state of it. Only the bottom half. I haven't even started the top bit yet. I haven't even fully done this door yet. I haven't even seen the roof yet. A long story short, this is what we're looking like. Welcome back, guys. Second day on the job. Let's see what we're going with. Let's see what we came up with. Let's see this, that, and the other. Just a quick update. So first things first, went to Slim's, got some tape, got smart fabric, G-Technic smart fabric, got this. Testing out some new Kosh Chemie stuff. They recommended this to me. I've heard good things, bad things, mediocre things. So just testing this out. Nothing major. They didn't have what I was looking for, so I had to go with some built hammer clay bar. Not a fan of this, because I've got my own clay bar that I like. It's a bit more, well, it's a lot more expensive than that one. Does a lot better job in my opinion. But yeah, picked up this as well. Crystal Serum and XOV4, and can't go wrong with some built hammer foam. But yeah. Little wet sanding mark right here. That's one. Some deep scratching I'm going to take out over here. There's a wet sanding mark right in this corner here. Not in here, this is a curved bit. We didn't wash that bit, but just so you can see the difference right there. Yeah, so it's not looking too bad. We've got deep hairline scratches right here. We need to sort that out, as you can see. But I did this portion and a wet sanding mark right here, and I think that is not too shabby compared to that. And that's just, I'm just doing a test panel right now, so this is just the first compound of a handful. Now this is the second one. I'm going for a bit more clarity than what you would usually go for. Reason being, this is just the way I work, and you might be thinking, why are you doing it on the same spot, Casey? The reason I'm doing it on the same spot, if there's something that keep thinking these are rock chips. If there's something that, you know, defect that's left from the first one, if the second one takes out that defect, it tells me that, now there was a patch here, that tells me that that second one is better than the first one, right? And I know you might be thinking, oh, but you've already cut it away. Yes, but because the first one didn't take out, let's say for example, a scratch, that scratch is still there. The other ones might be gone, but that scratch is still there. The second one takes out that scratch. It tells me the second one does more cutting and it's better. But in general, this is much more clearer. A few deeps, one or two deep scratches left over. It's much clearer. I need to wet sand that bad boy. Than the original. Now what I'm gonna do, so I'm more happy with this. Now I knew this was gonna do more work than the first compound, but it's always nice to test it. I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to go into here. Now this area, I haven't done anything to, so let's see what we can do with this. So this last compound is slowly becoming my favorite combination. Now it's not a combination that you really see. I've looked it up, the combination, and there's nothing like it on any YouTube video, Instagram video, anything like that. And then you can see it's done a lot of work, and this was just up, down, left, right. All right, it was just one motion, and it's done a lot of work on the wet sanding spots. Now I'll be going over these wet sanding spots, that's not a problem, but for just a left, right, up, down, it is not too shabby, and it's a big area that I did more than what was recommended. You know, usually they say do about 16 by 16. This is, you know, that's 12. That's about 12 inches right there. So I nearly did about 24 by 24 inches. So about 25% more coverage of the area. No, actually more than that, actually. Way more than that. And you know, without doing spot compounding on just that, this is a 3000 grits wet sanding mark. This is what it used to look like. This is what it looks like with a cross section. Compound, it's not too bad. I'm quite happy with that. Let's put the light on it. Now, one thing that was scaring me about this compound was, so you can see where the wet sanding marks are. But I mean, compared this to that, it's, you know, done a lot of work. But that's not what we're looking at. We're looking at correction power. And I feel like that is a lot better than that. Or is that similar? Leaving that big one out of the way. Yeah, not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Quite happy with that. Now you guys saw earlier what it was like. Well, you know what? That's what it used to look like. We had wet sanding marks here. We've got still deep scratches there, but I mean, they're hairline and we can't really... It's hard to go after them without destroying the good work we've done. But main thing is here. This is nice. I need to go over this middle part here. It's really nasty bits here. You can see this has not been corrected at all. I mean, past this point, there's no correction here. I use little markers, so I use this as a marker. So that was, didn't go any higher than that. You can see literally, look, correction there, no correction there. And that goes on to what I was saying. If you're, you know, doing paint correction, if you're doing anything to with cars, just use lines. Use the lines of the car. So for example, I was using this line here. I was using this as to make like a small box. And yeah, right. I'm gonna get started on this. I don't know if I can. I'll get some type of footage, you know, time lapse or something like that. If I don't, I'll just show you guys the end product. But yeah, that's with the 5-inch. I know what compound I'm going to use. I'm not too fussed about the polish, because the polish, yeah, there's a lot of options there. That's not a problem. And this is not the first black Audi that I've done. So I've been down this road before. And yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start doing spot compounding just to make sure I get all the wet sanding marks first. I don't like going over small areas with a 5-inch. You know, like if you're going to go over this area with a 5-inch, you're doing correction, you're taking off clear coat from the whole section. You know, I'd rather go over it with a 3-inch and just take off clear coat from here and then leave as much clear coat here as much as possible. Reason being, this is a reference. I would never go over this with a 5-inch. This is just a reference area, because then you've got more protection there. You know, it's like you don't want to strip the whole car. You just want to strip certain areas so you can get the best correction out of it. Stripping meaning taking off clear coat. Anyway, let's get to it.
Welcome back, guys. So we've done the spot wet sanding, that is gone. Now we are on our first step of our polishing. Now this is what we're working with. Let me see if I can change hands and zoom in for you guys. Right, this is what we're working with. All right, now this is without anything. All right, I've done the deep scratches I needed, wet sanding, and this is what I'm left with. I feel like that's not too bad. I think we can get away with that. What do you guys think? That's basically it. There's one nasty scratch there. I wet sanded it down as much as possible, but I couldn't get any more than that. Let me zoom out. I think there was one more deep one here. So that's the one. That's one of the deep ones. There was another one. It looked like a by the way, I haven't done this. So it's from this towel down. So this bit hasn't been done, and this bit here. So that, and then lower I haven't done. Anyway, I'll show you guys in a second if I find it. But yeah, there it is. So I did wet sand these two as much as possible, but it just wasn't budging. This is just compound. So when I did this side, so this has been done. I just want to show you guys. So when I do this side, I actually overlap as much as possible. So I come down this, there's a groove here. I come down this groove as much as possible so that when the pad is leveled on it, long story short, it's the right way to do it. A lot of people might think, no, you don't need to. Look, that's the best way to do it, in my opinion. And that's how I do it. Yeah, let's get back into it.
Hello guys, I'm KC. This is KC Details. We're working on this Audi S5, excuse me. I just want to show you guys the difference between a compound, well, a multi-stage, including wet sanding, spot wet sanding, and also just a single stage. These are the two services that I provide. And I want to, I'm going to flip the camera over and you guys are going to see. Okay, first things first, let's take this tape off. And I'll explain what I have done here. Let's put the tape right here. I don't like the tape being on the floor. So this has been multi-stage. So this is 3 stages with machine, 3 different pads and 3 polishes. This is also, this kind in particular is also again spot wet sanding. This is what it used to look like. All right, and this is just a single stage. Now you can see in the single stage, there are some deeper scratches left, but it's definitely more than 50% defect removal on this side compared to this side. So if we were to put a number on it, this is the high 90s, so 95 and onwards, but never ever 100%. We do not. You chase perfection, it's very hard to achieve. This is original, so this is 0%, in terms of clarity, or defect removal. 0% of the defects have been removed, and here this is more than 50%, 1,000,000%. So I like to say 50%, but it's I'd say 50 to 65 maybe. So yeah, this is the difference between a multi-stage plus wet sanding and a single stage. Just so you guys know, this is not like some type of thing. This is the whole fender. I've done this one already. This is wet sand, multi-stage and wet sanding. This client in particular is also obviously getting multi-stage and wet sanding. But yeah, this is basically it. I hope you find this helpful in finding out what you're after. Thank you. Hi, this is the second video. The first video we talked about what different stages are. We've got your enhancement stage, which is a single stage paint correction. videoing myself. Single stage paint correction, that tells you what that is. The other one after that is a full correction, which is a multi-stage, and what that is. In this video, we're going to talk about different levels. This is the levels that I have. I have 3 levels, and they mean different machines. That's essentially it. Your first level is your big machine that does majority of the work for the big areas. So for example, this area here, I've used a 5-inch. So it's good for this area here, but then when you come down here, it does some work, but not majority of the work. So for that, we're going to use a level 2, which is a 3-inch, or my level 2. And then say, for example, you know, and by the way, we do this because there are, you know, swirls still left in here, or scratches still left in here, really close to the edge, because as the machine is oscillating, it doesn't, as you can see, it doesn't hit this area as much as it would hit the bottom, right on the with the, let me show you guys, right in the middle there is where it does all the work. The edges doesn't do as much work, and it's the same system no matter what size the backing plate is, or the size of the machine. So yeah, so the 5-inch does majority of the work. 3-inch does a lot of work as well, so that's what we're doing here, the level 2. And the level 1 is, for example, these little bits here. So over here we go over 1-inch, areas like that, 1-inch. So that's what basically it is. I don't really offer anything else other than all 3 levels with all my corrections services. It's very light. That's basically it. Get back to you guys in the next video.
So doing these small bits, as you can see, using the 3-inch. Let's get to it. Now we've done right there. There we go. You can see it. We've done it. Right. And this is what it used to look like. 9-day difference. Just keep going.
What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? So basically, we're still here. I'm gonna call this the grey hair maker, okay? Because it's giving me grey hairs. Simple as that. Let me put myself in the frame properly. Hold on, sorry, guys. It's as simple as that. It's giving me grey hairs. I'm just gonna quickly show you guys something. I've had to get the rotary out. Let me show you.
There it is in all its glory. It's nothing special. It's just any old rotary. What we're doing here, and you can see the holograms. That's not a problem. I'm fine with that. But what's annoying is this bit right here. There's like a cluster of scratches. It's just not budging. I'm fine with the holograms because this is what it used to look like. And that's all deep scratches. It's not. You might be thinking, oh, it's just swells. It's not. It really isn't. It is so much worse. And it's on hard. You can literally see just how deep it is. You know, swells you don't really see with just white light. But you can see it there. This is the other side. And you can see the swells again, deep scratches again. We need to go over it again. Yeah, so basically I had to kick out the old rotary for it. The DA wasn't really doing much. Hard paint, years of neglect. This is what happens. Anyway, let's keep moving. I think this side we're pretty much done. Yeah. I need to take this. At first I thought this was like glue or tar or something, but it's not. It's like this weird scratch that's deep and also wide at the same time, which is really annoying. But yeah. Anyway, let's get to it. And here we are. You can see not a scratch in sight apart from right there. I like to show all my imperfections. I don't BS and try to hide stuff, but you see right here there's a scratch. But other than that, and other than obviously the holograms, nothing in sight. Now the holograms, I'll be honest with you guys, this pad I've never even used before, and with rotaries, I don't use this polish combo. It was just here. But I mean, it goes to show, you know, if I was working out with a DA, I'll probably be on here for, let's say, 10 minutes. With the rotary, it's literally 1 minute. For those that don't know, I've got background in respraying cars, so using rotaries is mandatory in that area to take off big massive amounts of clear coat after respraying a car, to get off orange peel and so on. So I grew up with rotaries, slowly getting back into it, and it's not too shabby. I do need to get my rotaries back, so first things first, I need to get a dewalt and get some actual pads, professional pads, because this is just like a kit. Like there's no brand on the pad or anything like that. But yeah, not too shabba ding dong. The holograms are very light, imperfections that can come out with any light polish. It's not a massive thing, but yeah, not too shabby. Just keep it moving.
Towards the end now, I can see the horizon. Touch wood. It doesn't go anywhere. Now we're doing the grills. Let's have a quick look.
So now we're doing the grills. The client wanted the grills to be polished as well and opted in for it. So that's what we're doing. So this whole area is going to get polished, essentially. I mean, the paint's already been polished all the way around, but it's the grill's turn now. I'm going to pop the bonnet and get in here as well. All these little nooks and crannies. That's pretty much it. This is just dust, by the way, from just the polishing in the last couple of days. Let's get to it. And here she is in all her glory. It felt so good doing this. Taking off the tape. Everything's done. Finally. On the polishing side anyway. Now it's time. It's time for the coating. Very nice.
And we are done with the wipe down. These are the combinations we're going to use. So this is what we're going to be using. Crystal Serum Light and XOV4. Crystal Serum is a up to 5-year coating, and the XOV4 is an 18-month coating. So you got your bottom and your top, and let's get to it.
No, I feel like I get way better spread with ceramic coatings when I'm using a pad. Way better spread. Well, it looks like I'm doing a big area, but I'm not. I'm actually doing a small area. Now G-Technic comes with its own applicator, but again, I don't think it does what I want it to do that effectively, so I like using this applicator much more. It's a Geon applicator, so I guess there's kind of some kind of blasphemy there somewhere, but you know, whatever works, whatever helps you with your business, that's what's important. I mean, loyalty to brands is one thing, but you know, you've got to look out for number uno. Nobody else will look out for you. I'm wearing a mask, so I sound a bit like Darth Vader right now. I will make a video on ceramic coatings and what process I do, because I do my stuff a little bit differently to a couple other people that I know. I mean, the way I apply it, product's still the same product, it's just the way I apply it. It's a bit different. The method's a bit different, but you know. This is not a tutorial video. But yeah. Beautiful. Protection always first. PPE. Safety always first, people. Right, let's keep going.
Welcome back to KC Details on this very late Saturday night. It has been a crazy journey. Okay, so whilst also doing this S3, I've also got one thing I'm going to show you guys in a second. That's why it's been a crazy journey. Anyway, we're going to do the second coat, or second layer actually, not second coat. Second layer with XOV4 on top of our G-Technic Citroen Light. It's been a late one, and I'll tell you guys in a second. It is very sleek. I've left this well over 12 hours. Very, very sleek. I'm going to give you guys a little demonstration. It is very slippery. There we go. What has happened in the last couple of days? Long story short, Friday night, last night, I get a message from a good client of mine and a good friend of mine. It goes, KC, I saw on your Instagram you was looking after, you was out for a fridge, a mini fridge, and I've been looking for a fridge for the unit. And he goes, well, I've actually got one. Come take it, etc., etc. Only thing is, I'm finishing work late. Look at that! Oh my God! Look at the redness on my eye. I'm finishing quite late, etc., etc. Long story short, I got to his at about 12 something, quite late. He's finishing work very late. He's like, yeah, etc., etc., right? But the thing is, because he's just an awesome person, and the conversation was completely flowing. You know, it took a couple of minutes to pick up the fridge and put it in the van, but I stood there and we just stood there and just talked for like 2 hours, and I got back about 3 something from his, and then went to sleep. Woke up again at 5:30 this morning, and it is just after 11 now. I won't lie, I had a 2-hour nap between 8 till 10. So this is me just woken up from a 2-hour nap. But yeah, it's been a crazy one. It's been hectic. Let's start coating this S3 now. Last coating. We'll leave this for 12 hours, and then client will be here to pick it up around the same time tomorrow. Not 10 at night or 11 at night, but 11 in the morning. And we're done. All done. So we did Crystal Serum Light. Left it for more than 24 hours. We just finished off our EXO V4. And that's basically it. All that's left now is to give the interior detail and exterior glass polished. That's basically it. All done. Thank you so much. This has been the Audi S3 full paint correction video. And that's basically it. Thank you. And the time that we've been waiting for, here we are. So these are the befores, these are the afters. Absolutely amazing stuff here. Just gorgeous. This is the front half. This is the after. You saw the before. This is the hood again, I believe. This is the before. And this is the after. Night and day difference. 6 days, I believe it took to do this one. About 10 hours a day. Over 60 hours. This is the passenger side door.
and this is it after. I mean, the transformation was so grand that I changed my shirt. No, I'm only joking. Rear quarter panel, passenger side, before and after. It's crazy. I mean, look at the clarity. Um, you guys saw the process. The whole up to here is just all been the video of me doing it, but this is the baby. This is the end product. This is, this is what makes it amazing. And it was really nice paint. The client was looking at either respraying it or wrapping it. He didn't want to go for the wrap because he wanted gloss, and gloss will swell up straight away. So what he wanted to do was respray it, and given the prices that he was given for respray jobs was, this is less than a quarter of that said price. So this is the best option for him, and he was more than happy. We got over 95% of swells and scratches and deep scratches out, which is always amazing. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, guys.
What's up, peeps? Quick little video. S3 is behind me. It's about to go. Client's gonna pick it up, and that's that. I want to show you guys what's up with the unit. So the detailing side, we're good. Okay. Main thing I wanted to get in here was a fridge. We've got that. Big up a gentleman by the name of Yamin. Awesome dude. Client slash friend slash friend slash client slash mate, whatever you want to call it. Really awesome guy. I'm going to show you. I went to Costco and I got about £250 worth of drinks. This is some of it. Nearly died. So that's the overstock. And that's the stock inside. Nice. We've got some wings there as well for later on. Okay. And coming to the office, pizza from Costco. I've got a very good friend with me. He's behind the camera, obviously, guys, you can't see it. But yeah, this is the office. Looking spankers. This will be get one more layer of paint. Maybe a TV here or there. And yeah, nice. What's going on, guys? So this is, I guess, the last bit of the video. I've made 2 other videos. What's going on? Let me see what looks great. There we go. I should have done the other way around. This is just a thank you so far from me to everyone that watches my videos, that follows me on Instagram, that follows me on my social media, everyone that's investing a penny with me, everyone that likes a post that I put up, everybody, just everybody in general. If you've seen, if you've been even motivated, if you've, if I've made you stand up and do something, thank you. And yeah, little old me, little boy from a council estate in Peckham, achieving this at 20 something years old. I couldn't imagine it. 3 years ago when I started this, I couldn't imagine this. I only started it as a hobby. I didn't think I was gonna make the money back that I paid for the pressure washer that I put in my van. So I can't, it's emotional right now. It's very emotional. I'd never really show emotions, but it's very emotional. So I just want to say thank you so much for believing in Casey, for following Casey, for commenting, anything, showing love, investing your money with me to look after your car, your vehicles. From the first client, JJ, that's you, to the last client I do as Casey Details, which is, I hope, never ever gonna come. It's just, I hope it just carries on infinity. And that's basically it. Look, yeah, I'm gonna call this one thanks. This video is gonna be called thanks. Oh, thank you. I feel like that'd be more respectful. Yeah, appreciate you guys. I've been in the car. I've been in around in the car industry, so with some type of work, some type of job, since I was 12 years old. Since the summer of when I was in year 6, primary school, when I started working at my uncle's garage, just helping out, hustling from then till now. And God forbid, if it goes pear-shaped, it goes all down, I know I've achieved this already, I can achieve it again. But this time round, I'm not going to achieve it in 3 years, I'm going to achieve it in less than that. Because you know what they say, you can, the second time round, you always do it better than the first. That's basically it. Thank you. This is Casey still signing out for now. Until the next car we do. Have a great one. And there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. It's a super long video, 40 something minutes, 46, 7 minutes. If you guys could follow me on Instagram, Casey_details, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Please, guys, this means a lot to me. And yeah, thank you, and have a good one until the next video. What's going on, people? We're back with another one. This beautiful beast behind me is an Audi S5 8P. This is the 3-door version. We'll have a quick look around. Now, bear in mind, she is wet, and it's not because she's excited, it's because... I don't think I can say that.
Welcome back. As you guys can see, we're doing our wet sanding or spot sanding, whatever you want to call it. My client is trying his absolute best not to be in the camera, but he's not, just in every single reflection.